Okay. Well, if you guys have an update, let me know. Any other kind of concerns or issues? I know Westside's got a lot of the parts that they're going to be working on to get the arm constructed. I would recommend that you guys hold off on some of the mounting arm pieces since those are so big and we're still kind of up in the air exactly how we want to do it. Maybe just build a lot of the other pieces that are part of the intake structure that aren't really going to change depending on how we mount it. Does that make sense? All right. So yeah, keep making progress, and if it feels like it's not going right, don't um, go too far down that path. Try to ask questions and figure it out. You guys are kind of going to be on your own a little bit this week to work on that. And then I guess at Lamar, Sawmill is going to keep making progress on this intake, and let's try to
Okay.
make it as real as a prototype as we can and get as close to the real thing that we could put on a robot and really thoroughly test and feel comfortable that it's gonna work. And so I guess Carl and the mentors that are there will help you get that moving.
Yeah.
Any other?
Quick update from me. The awards are due on February 9th, which is coming very soon, next Thursday. So this week I'll be working on the awards. The Woody Flowers is due on the 16th, but Dean's List and Impact are all both due, I think, on the 9th.
Okay.
The two of them are due next Thursday and one's due on the 16th, but I'll be working on all of them. So if anybody has anything that you want to share or like, for the team, for the Impact Award submission, definitely send me a message or post it on the Impact channel.
Sounds good. What other big things do we need to think about? We have a lot of stuff to order. So if you feel like something is missing or you're unsure if we're going to get it, definitely check in with me. And this goes for anything that we might even need to just prototype. So if you're doing stuff and you realize that we don't have enough intake wheels for whatever you're trying to test, or you want a slightly different geometry, definitely start sending me details because I'm just going to start ordering a lot of stuff just to be ready so we have it before the season ends, or before the supply runs out, I guess is the other way to look at it. Okay. I do want to ask the Carnegie people to maybe check in with me on Raspberry Pi stuff and make sure you guys can make some progress on that and the code. We do need to start converting the code over into the 2023 repository. So if we want to take a version of the Swerve code that's working, we could port it over there and start modifying stuff in anticipation of getting the 2023 robot running with that, and then keep a separate repository for the mini Swerve. So I need to start getting really deep into the programming. It seems like we have a lot of work to do there. So we'll just hopefully make some good progress on robot, and then I can switch over to mostly programming if necessary. So
yeah. On the Carnegie and the April tags and stuff, I actually have a Orange Pi here too, so I could get that over to you guys. The West Side has a Raspberry Pi, and I think they're set up. So if you guys want to do the Orange Pi.
I do have a question about our April tag setup. I know it's a bit early to talk about like robot, like electronics kind of, but I was doing a little bit of thinking about like camera placement and stuff, because I feel like that might be helpful, not just for April tag detection, but also for like a driver cam, because that like would allow the driver to kind of see where they actually were. And I was just wondering, like, have we done anything like that in the past? And if so, what kind of system did that look like? And if not,
So we've switched between a front and a back camera before, like a couple of years ago. But the Orange Pi can take 3 cameras, but probably most teams use at least 2 cameras.
Okay.
Do we need a limelight at all? Because I'm thinking about whether we should buy one. With this system, it
I
doesn't seem like we need it, right?
I don't think you need it. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper just to have a generic, camera and Orange Pi or Raspberry Pi. And I've got another Orange Pi coming, so we
Do you
got.
think teams are going to be running multiple cameras and Orange Pis on their robots?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so. But you're limited by what you can send back, so it may be that you send the driver cam back and just use the others for targets. So you could do 3 cameras and one be the driver cam,
Fancy.
and the other 2 are just April tags.
Yeah, I think the tag stuff is going to be really important.
You're on mute, Andy.
Yeah, sorry. I think the tags are going to be really important for the long arm because of how precise everything needs to be to put the cone exactly in the right spot. But for like a ground intake, it might not be as critical because we can maybe for programming like autonomous, but I think we can literally just use a camera as an alignment tool that the driver can just quickly look at, and then just it'll be almost a feel of just dropping cubes in the right position from just driver practice. But we'll see how that goes.
Um, just a question about like the moving. Have we done anything about like moving based on cameras in the past, like auto aim or anything, or is that something we're gonna have to look for?
I can say that we have not been one of those teams that has really done a great job of auto positioning or anything like that. So we have a lot to
I concur. Yes. Yeah. So the good news, the April tag is right in the center of the cube ledge, and we can go forward. You can change your X or the Y position to make sure you're in front of it. So, and it's good for the charge station. You can go backwards like 3 meters and stop, and you'll be in the middle of the charge station. So,
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a target oriented. So the target oriented for autonomous, and probably we haven't really been very good at odometry either. So just where you are in the field, you can update with April tags. Yeah, and that swerve as a whole, much more sensors than we're really used to. So.
Yeah, we have a big uphill battle. I think the direction we're going is very suitable because we don't want to make our mechanical system too complicated because we have a lot of programming to do. So we'll just keep building and try to get this robot built as quickly as possible so we have all this time to program and even simplify the mechanical if necessary, make improvements, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
Good. Well, I won't keep everyone too long. I know we got school tomorrow. But thanks for coming out, guys. Any last questions or comments?